Good Tuesday to you, Strong Start families. I have one of my favorite stories I'm going to do today. It's called Caps for Sale, and I'm going to do it on the flannel board, so I hope you can all see and I hope you can hear me. Once there was a peddler who sold caps. He liked to sell his caps in an unusual way. He liked to sell them on his head. First, he put on his checked cap. Then he put on his blue cap. Then carefully his purple cap. And his orange. And his yellow. And lastly, his red cap right on top. And he would walk up and down the street yelling, "Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He was feeling discouraged. He couldn't sell any caps at all. So he decided to take a walk to the country. Very slowly, very carefully, he's walking to the country to try to sell his caps. He began to feel very hungry and a little bit tired. Once he got farther out to the country, he saw a nice tree. He thought he might take a little nap. There he is, leaning against his tree. Carefully before he slept, he checked to make sure all his caps were safely on his head. And then he laid down for a nice little nap. He slept a long time, and when he awoke, he felt very rested. "Oh, that's a good nap," he said. Very carefully, he checked his cap. What did he find? What did he find? So, when he checked his caps, he felt only his checked cap. He was confused. He didn't know where all his other caps were. "Where are my other caps?" he said. He looked to the right. They're not there. He looked to the left. They're not there. He looked behind him. They're not there. He looked way in front of him. They're not there. He looked way behind the tree. They are not there. Then he looked up. And what do you think he saw when he looked up? On every branch sat a monkey wearing his caps. The peddler looked at the monkeys, and the monkeys looked at the peddler, and he said, You monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But all the monkeys did was look back at him and go, "Tss, tss, tss." So he took his finger and he said, you monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But all the monkeys did was go, "Tss, tss, tss," with their fingers right back at him. There they are. Tss, tss, tss. So this made him very angry. "Oh, so angry, I'm so angry." So he waved both his hands in the air and said, "You monkeys, you, give me back my caps." And the monkeys waved all their hands in the air and said, "Tss, tss, tss." So now the peddler was getting so angry, very, very angry. He jumped up and down. "You monkeys, you monkeys, you give me back my caps." But all the monkeys did was jump up and down in the trees and sang, "Tss, tss, tss." So at last he became so angry, he pulled off his own cap and threw it on the ground. But then, you know what happened? Each monkey, they all did the same. And they pulled off each cap and threw it on the ground. And all of the caps were on the ground. And very carefully, the peddler walked over and he put on his checked cap. He put on his red cap. He put on his blue cap. He put on his orange cap. He put on his yellow cap. And he put on his purple cap. And oh, so carefully, he walked back to town with all his caps on, yelling, "Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap, caps for sale." My favorite colored cap out of all of them is the checked cap. I like how it matches his pants. And the red cap matches his shoes. I like that too. Thank you for joining me for my flannel story. Take care, everybody, and I can't wait to see you in September.